Well, this is a unusual thing to be doing, and I'm not sure how well it's going to work, but we are live as part of the Agora forum, which is taking place in Freiburg today in Switzerland. And unfortunately, I can't be there. So I am trying to set up enough ways for people to find me where they can jump into conversations about science communication and the work that we fund as part of the Agora committee. So at the moment, I'm monitoring my Instagram, my WhatsApp, my YouTube, my Twitter, and also the forum itself platform to make sure that I'm available if people want to talk. But I also can just happily talk about this wonderful funding route to science communication that is provided by the Swiss National Science Foundation, which I've been working with for the last 3 or 4 years now. It feels like a long time because we've seen so many applications. And if you haven't heard of this before, the Agora Committee, which is today celebrating its 10-year anniversary. So for 10 years, we've been funding projects that bring not just science, but actually all forms of research that take place across Switzerland to a wider public. And what's really wonderful about the committee for me personally is just how open-minded it is to research. So we fund projects that have been presented around history, philosophy, photography, art, a whole range of art practices, and then of course some of the STEM subjects that we see more familiarly in the context of science communication. But I think the opportunity for anyone working within the Swiss system, or indeed people that have collaborators internationally within the Swiss system, it's a great route to bring knowledge, ideas into that public domain. And the event that's taking place today across the entire day is giving people and potential applicants in particular insights into how the committee works, but also some of the things that we like to see in applications. And the major application deadline is not too far away. It's October the 15th for our annual application deadline, which is for the larger projects of 200,000 Swiss francs. We also have, and have had for a couple of years now, a rolling call of applications of 50,000 Swiss francs, which we turn around quite quickly and get responses so that people can press on with their projects. And we funded a huge number of projects in this area. And so if you are someone that's got an idea or an opportunity to do something which can work on the basis of having a limited amount of money, then this rolling call is incredibly convenient. The project fund itself is also, I think, speaking as a committee member, incredibly generous. And it's something that I think is perhaps not terribly well known, but actually the applications, the strong applications are really well funded and well supported. So I think that actually I think we have a very sort of rigorous process for selection, and this involves reviews from so each application will go through a period of reviews by 2 committee members, but then also there's external reviewers that will look at applications too. And so it creates a very rigorous process for applications. But if you've really put a lot of work into thinking through your application and have a good sense of the strategy behind your project, and especially if you've put together significant amounts of time into developing collaborations, thinking about evaluation, considering the strategy across the project to manage its legacy. These are all things that go very far in making sure your project is fundable. And actually a lot of the applications need to do only a little bit more work to make sure that they are at the quality that they need to be. It often involves making sure that you have clear evidence of application collaborations. So who's working with you? It involves making sure that your delivery team is well resourced, both in terms of the people and expertise, but also a track records as well. How can you show that the team can deliver what you're promising? We also like to see innovation within applications as well. So whilst we have a range of applicants who deliver what we might call quite standard forms of science communication, for example, schools projects or exhibitions, we also really love to see experimentation. So immersive experiences that are trying to push the boundaries of technology to give people new forms of communication experience are really exciting to look at. We've had people create interactive podcast series as well that have been very effective. There's really no limit to what your imagination can bring to these applications, and so it's I think an incredibly appealing grant for people to look at to see how they can do something different. But we also see applications that are extending work that's already taken place. So if you have, developed a project, developed a science communication experience, and you want to take that to the next stage, we also can accommodate these sorts of applications. So I've got 2 sessions over the day as part of the 10-year anniversary where I'll talk to applicants. But if you are somebody that doesn't know much about the fund, wants to hear more, wants to get involved, then you're also welcome to find me on social media or find me on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook and YouTube. Just drop in for a chat. If you've got ideas you'd like to develop or just a bit of feedback on what you're thinking through, then just drop me a line and I will happily have a chat with you. You can also find me on all channels too. So even after today, if you haven't had a chance to really think through what you're wanting to work on, then after the event, drop me a line and we can chat further. So I'll see you later today, and keep thinking about your projects.